I suppose if you're going to do any fishing this weekend, Dave?
Let's do it today.
Do it today. Get out there and get it done today. Let's get to Captain Dylan Hubbard with the Good Catch Fishing Report. He's over at Hubbard's Marina. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm getting ready for the storm. How about you?
Well, we're getting ready to watch it, I guess. So if you are going to go, like we said, probably get it done today. And what would you be catching inshore?
Well, right now, as that storm approaches, when low pressures approach the area, the fish get really excited. They can sense that pressure coming. That lateral line, most easily notable on a snook, which is that black line running down the side of the fish, might as well be a barometer. Those fish can sense that incoming pressure change, which denotes that bad weather is coming. So they get really excited and they feed really, really well. Right now, inshore, I'd be targeting those mangrove snapper. They're virtually anywhere where there's structure and growth. There's a lot of bait in the water right now, a lot of that fry bait, which is smaller white bait that's growing up into those bigger greenbacks and shad, and they get those mangrove snapper really excited around structures like bridges, docks, piers, jetties. Anywhere there's a little bit of growth, there's plenty of active and prolific mangrove snapper feeding on light tackle with smaller hooks. We're also seeing a lot of the snook come back. I mean, this past week we've seen that red tide virtually disappear through the area, which is great news. And we've seen a lot of those snook flood back into our passes, along our beaches. Right now on our dock, there's probably 50, 60 snook you can spot just looking down at the water. And we're also seeing a lot of redfish around. The redfish bite has been really good lately. With that increase in rain, we've got a lot of that bayou and those back river creeks pushing out a lot of fresh water. That brackish water expands into the bay, and those redfish get really excited, schooled up, foraging around the grass flats. You can follow those schools of mullet and really find some really hungry and actively feeding redfish. We're seeing some trout on those edges. We're seeing the tarpon come back too. The tarpon have been pretty active around our bridge lights at night. During the day, you might find a couple in the mouths of the passes or the mouth of Tampa Bay. And that's about it inshore, Russell.
Wow, a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on. Let's talk near shore and offshore while we're here.
Yeah, near shore right now we're seeing a lot of hogfish. The hogfish bites really picked up, even despite the warmer weather. Typically in the cooler months is when we catch them more predominantly, but we've been seeing them pretty well lately, and hopefully that's kind of the red tide grouping those fish together. They're getting out of the way of that bloom that occurred near shore, and hopefully that's what's kind of grouping them together right now. We're taking advantage of that ahead of this storm. We've seen an increase in our red grouper bite in the deeper offshore waters or near shore waters. Anywhere from 70 to 100 foot of water. We've even seen some mahi-mahi mixed in occasionally. So keep your eyes peeled, keep a pitch rod ready with a gotcha plug or a yellow feathered bucktail. Great option to cast at those mahi swimming by. We've seen a lot of lane snapper too near shore. Offshore, mainly focused on those big amberjack. Amberjack season's only for a short time till the end of October, and we're doing surprisingly well on the amberjack despite what we were expecting to be a little slower season. We've seen some big gag grouper and a lot of those red grouper, scamp grouper mixed in there too, fishing anywhere from about 140 to 160 foot or more. And you always have a chance for those pelagics, especially behind this storm. Should have them very excited behind this big low pressure moving by. So we're looking forward to next week. Nice, good.
Hey, Dylan, thanks. You know, I'm going to be busy this week, but I'll tell you who's really going to be busy watching the weather, and that's your friend, your really good friend, Dave Osterberg. What should we tell him?
Well, we should tell him next week is a great time to go fishing. And don't forget, Dave, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy. And you'll need a break after this weekend.
Oh, I think he just gave you an invite. Okay, nice. Dylan, we love you. Be safe over there this weekend. We'll talk soon, okay? Take care.
See you guys. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.